Hi, in this video I want to share a quick method of adding camera shake in Cascadeur. As an example, I will be using this animation I created a while ago, and adding camera shake can help emphasize the impact here. To get started, first we need to add a camera to the scene. There are two types I can choose from the Commons menu, a simple camera object or a camera with aim. I will be using the camera with aim because it's easier to animate, but I will also explain how to achieve the same result with a regular camera. To see the controllers, I will be switching to point controller mode, and there we have a main controller for setting the position of this camera, a target where the camera points. For convenience, I also set up a workspace so I can see the camera view in the bottom right while working in the main viewport to set the position of the camera. To enter the camera view, you need to select the camera object either from the viewport or from the outliner, and then click the small camera icon in the top right of the viewport. For this example, I will create a very simple base animation just to showcase the effect. My goal is to move around the character in a circular motion in the opposite direction of the spin, while keeping the aim locked on the character the whole time. And this is what I ended up with. And now we can add some noise after the body hits the ground. I want the shake happen vertically, so the best option here is to apply the noise to the target on the global y-axis. If you are using a regular camera, you would achieve the same effect by adding noise to its rotation on the local x-axis. So I will find the frame where the body hits the ground. Conveniently, I have a keyframe there, and I want the shake to happen over the next 10 frames or so until the next keyframe in my case, but you don't need to have keyframes at the beginning at the end. And to add the noise, I will select this interval on the timeline for the camera, and I also need to select the object itself, which in my case is the aim point. Then I go to Commons, Animation, Scripts, and add noise to selected objects. Here you can choose between the same random value for objects or different random value. Since we only have one object selected, it doesn't matter which one you choose. And then we can tweak the settings. First we can choose whether the noise works in global or local space. In my case, I need the global y-axis, so I'll keep it as it is. But if you are working in local space, then you need to type false here. Next we can define the maximum and minimum values for the random generator. I will set something like plus and minus 8 centimeters. Then we can define which transforms and axis should be affected. I only need position on the y-axis. With a simple camera, this would be most likely the rotation on the local x-axis. Finally, you can choose whether to set fixed interpolation for the selected interval. Now we can generate the noise, and first I have quite a bad result. This can be because of the random generator, but also maybe I chose too small values. So I add a noise modifier with the same parameters again. If you want to regenerate it, you should probably set back the interpolation to the original one. Otherwise, you would be stacking noise on the already noisy curve. But in my case, the second try gave a much better result. And you could already call this done, but one thing I want to improve is fading out the shake, so reducing the intensity toward the end. And the best way I found to do this is using the graph editor, believe it or not. Cascadeur support actually recommends avoiding the graph editor when it's possible, since it's quite limited. But for simple tasks like this, it works fine. So first I will open the graph editor workspace and then select the target point. And I need to select also the curve with the noise on it, which is the global Y position. Clicking it will automatically frame the curve, but you can zoom into specific areas using the mouse wheel, and you can pan the viewport with Alt middle mouse button. You can also box select multiple keys and press the T key to frame them. Because the noise was added around existing keyframes, the handles are not correct. If I remove the noise, you can see the original curve. So the first thing I do is to fix the handles to get a smoother base motion before and after the shake. that is close to the original curves. And to reduce the amplitude, I want to keep the extremes close to the original line by the end of the shake. So if I imagine the original curve of the motion, I can gradually pull the values at the end of the shake closer to this imagined line. And looking at the final result, the shake now fades out and feels much smoother. And that's it. While this is a fairly simple workflow, it's unfortunately destructive. And you will need to experiment with the values, and every time you want to adjust or retime it, you need to undo the changes you made. Nevertheless, I hope this was helpful and you can apply it to your own animation.